Alien in Manhattan, a human's love. They said Manhattan could hide anything, even a miracle. I was late for my night shift when I saw him on the Williamsburg Bridge. Silver eyes, bare feet, shivering in summer heat. "Hey," I said, "you okay?" He looked at the skyline like it was a riddle. I fell through. Through what? Through home. Sirens wailed in Brooklyn, and he flinched like sound could cut. I gave him my hoodie. He studied my fingers before taking it, careful like I was made of paper. "What's your name?" "Kay. I'm Lena. Walk with me." Above us, a steady drone grew, wrong for a helicopter, too pure for traffic. Kay's pupils narrowed to needles. "They found me," he whispered. "Who?" "The ones that follow the noise I make when I'm scared." The drone rose from the river fog and pointed a black eye at us, and my city suddenly felt very small. "Suspense. The drone locks onto us like a hunter choosing its mark." "Keep walking," Kay said softly. "Casual, human. Great. Do you have a casual button?" He tried to smile, failed, and tucked his hands into my sleeves. "I don't know how to be here." "Rule 1, I said. Don't look up." We crossed into the Lower East Side. Bodegas breathed light onto cracked sidewalks. I steered him into a deli, handed over a few crumpled bills, and bought a hat and a pair of cheap sneakers from a rack that had seen better decades. "Wear these." The clerk watched us like a bored god. The drone's hum faded. "See," I said. "New York swallows everything." Kay stared at a rotating hot dog like it was a trapped comet. "They'll come anyway. The air remembers my path. Then we'll make it forget." He glanced through the window at the river. It already started to remember again. Suspense. The deli window shows 3 new drones drifting in from the dark. We cut through narrow streets until the buildings grew close enough to hide a secret. My apartment was 4 flights up and honest about its flaws. I locked the door, pulled the blinds, and gave Kay water. "It tastes like pennies," he said, and drank it anyway. "Where are you from?" "Between winds," he said, like that should help. We move by singing the edges of gravity until they overlap. "And how did you fall through?" "I sang too hard for someone I loved," he said almost to himself. I handed him a blanket. "Then rest." He stared at the woven pattern with wonder. "Your cloth remembers warmth. Wait until you meet soup." He placed a hand against my radiator. "Heat lives here. It likes you. That makes one of us." My phone buzzed with an unknown number. And a text bloomed. "Return the asset before noise spreads. Suspense." The second text arrives with my address and a countdown. "Who knows you're here?" I asked. "Anyone who listens for me," Kay said. "My fear is loud." Then we turn it down. How? Noise cancels noise. I shoved towels under the door, ran the shower, turned on 2 fans, and booted up my old music workstation. I looped a low hum, layered subway recordings, poured white noise into the room until it felt like rain. Kay closed his eyes. "Better. Good. Teach me your song." "I can't," he said. "It breaks when humans try." "Teach me anyway." He shook his head, then touched my wrist. "Your pulse is simpler. I can hide in it, then stay close." The countdown ticked from 90 seconds to 0, and nothing happened until the building's lights flickered and a polite knock rattled my door. "Suspense. Someone waits outside. Too patient to be a neighbor. Minute 5. "Don't open," Kay whispered. "You think I'm new?" The knock came again, followed by a calm voice. "Ms. Alvarez?" "Building management. Leak in 4C. "I'm 4C, I said. "I know my own leak." "Then you know we should look." I mouthed no to Kay. "Please stand back," the voice said. "We're concerned for your safety." A thin line of light traced the lock, the kind of light that doesn't exist at a hardware store. "On 3, I said. "Window." I dragged my thrift store dresser under the sill. Kay stepped onto it with bare grace. "We're 4 floors up," I said. He put 2 fingers on the glass. Frost feathered outward, then vanished. The air owes me favors. Below, the alley, a narrow throat. Behind, the door latch sighing. "Trust me," I said. "I already did," he answered, and we jumped into the city's open mouth. Suspense. We hit the fire escape as the door swings wide behind us. Metal screamed. I bit my tongue and tasted iron. Kay landed lighter than a cat. We clattered down the stairs as two figures in mat coats flowed into my apartment like spilled ink. We reached the street. Manhattan, bless her, offered cover. Steam from a grate, a trash truck rumbling by, a knot of club kids arguing about shoes. Smile, I told Kay. You're just another weird date. He tried. It looked almost human. We cut west toward Avenue A, then north to Tompkins Square. The drones had multiplied, tiny moons stitching the sky. Who are they? I said. Collectors, he said. They clean mistakes. Meaning you. Meaning love that bends rules. He paused at the park gate, head tilted. Do you hear that? What? My name, he said. It's coming from under the ground. Suspense. A manhole cover trembles as something sings beneath it. We slipped into the park. Night made the trees honest. A jazz saxophone bled from a second-floor window and tried to make peace with the sirens. Kay crouched, pressing his palm to the earth. There's a seam here. I could fall through again. If the city lets me. You're not falling anywhere, I said. Not without me, he blinked. Why? Because I found you. A shadow broke from the bench line. A woman in a blue coat stepped into the dim with her hands open. Don't run, she said. I'm not with them. Then who? Someone who hates men in mat coats. She held up a cracked police badge and a city ID. Dana Voigt, Internal Affairs. Your phone number flagged a task force I'm not supposed to know about. My phone is off, I said. Off isn't quiet, she said. Not anymore. Behind her, 3 mat coats entered the park and spread like ink in water. Suspense. Dana mouths run as the collectors triangulate us. We ran. Dana moved like she'd rehearsed this chase in a different life. She cut us through a dogleg alley, over a chain, through a vegan bakery that smelled like sugar and apology. On the back street, she tossed me a burner phone. Keep it off until I say, who are they? I asked. Contractors. City pays one hand to clean what the other spills. Your friend is what they call an incident. He has a name, I said. I heard it. Kay. He stared. You're not afraid. Oh, I am, Dana said. I'm just busy. We ducked into a basement bar that used to be a coal room, all brick and whispers. The bartender lifted a chin at Dana, then looked away, the city's oldest oath. Kay's fingers trembled on the bar. They're above us. How many? All. The ceiling dust shivered down like the first snow I ever loved. Suspense. Footsteps stopped directly over our heads, and a hatch unseals with a sigh. Back door, Dana said. There is no back door, the bartender said. There is now. He pulled a panel, revealing a black square and a ladder that breathed cold air. This dumps into service tunnels. You'll smell like ghosts. We already do, I said. We climbed down into the city's secret basement. Pipes, old bricks sweating, the long hush of old rivers. What now? I asked. We go sideways, Dana said. Never straight, Kay breathed easier. The earth remembers slower down here. Can you tell me what you are? I asked. I'm someone who loved too loudly, he said. Our songs make doors. Someone followed mine and closed it behind me. We reached a junction. The tunnel on the left glowed faintly blue. Impossible blue. Don't, Dana said. Kay stared at the light like a forgotten lullaby. That's the seam. It knows my name. Suspense. The blue tunnel begins to hum with Kay's heartbeat. Kay, I said, if you go, they'll follow. They're already here, he said softly. Dana leaned against the brick. We need proof, something I can show that doesn't get me vanished. You want evidence, I said, of an unmarked task force collecting anomalies. I want a reason to make it stop, she said. Kay stepped between us. I can give you a voice print. If the city listens, how? By asking, he placed his palm on the wall. The mortar brightened. A ripple traveled outward like a shy wave. Say what you need, I told him. He whispered a note so small it felt like a secret kept by stone. The ripple came back carrying someone else's breath. Recorded speech unspooling. Asset retrieval licensed by... And then a blank where a name should be. Dana's eyes went hot. Redacted at the source. They're editing reality. Footfalls echoed. Close. Deliberate. Many. Suspense. A red laser dot blooms on the tunnel wall beside Kay's face. Down! Dana snapped, and the wall took the bullet instead. We crawled toward the blue light. The tunnel narrowed, then widened into a chamber that shouldn't exist, a place where brick forgot it was brick. It's thinner here, Kay said. Like a bubble's skin. Can you tear it? I asked. Not tear. Invite. He sang again, and the chamber answered with a sigh that felt like August heat leaving a room. The air bent, and my stomach followed. Dana grabbed my sleeve. If we step through, I can't follow without a warrant for another universe. You want proof, I said. It's on the other side. I want you alive, she said. Both of you, a metallic voice intruded, amplified and bored. Cease movement. Hands visible, the mat coats filled the tunnel mouth. Their leader lifted a small device that hummed exactly wrong. Kay whispered, That cancels me. Suspense. The device winds toward a pitch that will erase Kay's song. Talk fast, I said to the leader. Who pays you? The city, he said. The part that wants quiet. Quiet isn't the same as safe. Quiet is the only measure, he said, and thumbed the device higher. Kay's breath stuttered. He leaned against me, and I tried to look bigger than physics. Dana stepped between us and the gun. Internal affairs. You discharge in my line, you'll spend the rest of your career stapling forms in a basement. Careers end, the leader said. Silence doesn't. I looked at Kay. Can your song ride mine? If you let me, he said. Take it. He pressed his forehead to mine, and I opened my mouth, terrified and certain, and made a sound I didn't know I could make. It wasn't pretty. It was honest, the device flickered. The chamber brightened. The leader frowned. That's not possible. Welcome to New York, I said. Suspense. The device overheats. Then the leader reaches for something worse. He drew a slender blade that hummed like an argument. Close-range dampener, he said. Old-fashioned. Put it away, Dana said. He didn't. Kay held my hands. I can fold us for one breath, he said. After that, I need your city. You have it, I said. And I meant the concrete, the steam, the strangers, the saxophones. He pulled me forward into the blue, and for a heartbeat I fell through heat and rain and a memory of someone laughing that wasn't mine. We stumbled out into a room that was and wasn't Manhattan, a mirrored version where the skyline wore different jewelry. Kay squeezed my fingers. Not home, he said, but kinder to me. Behind us, the dampener blade sliced empty air. Dana's voice carried thinly through the seam. Go, I'll clog the tunnel. Make noise they can't buy. The seam trembled. The mat coats advanced. Kay's shoulders sagged. I can't hold this door alone. Suspense. The mirrored Manhattan begins to close us out like an eyelid. Teach me, I said. It breaks humans, he answered. Maybe I'm already cracked. I matched his breathing. I let the city's pulse into my ribs, the subway's rolling thunder, pigeons' wing beats, 1,000 shoes negotiating truce. I sang not melody but willingness. The seam steadied. On the other side, Dana tossed a smoke canister. The mat coats coughed professionalism and anger. Kay kissed my forehead as if sealing a deal. You make doors out of stubborn, he said. Occupational hazard. We stepped deeper into the mirror. Streets shifted. Billboards sold impossible fruits. The air tasted like first snow. Your home? I asked. No, he said. But someone from my home left footprints here. We followed them to a plaza where a fountain hung mid-splash like a paused film. In its frozen curve, a shape waited. A figure with Kay's eyes and my smile. He whispered, I didn't know that could happen. Suspense. The still water figure opens its eyes and looks at me. Hello, the figure said, voice layered like harmony. You carried him well. Who are you? A possible, it said. A future we didn't choose, leaning close to listen. Kay reached toward it, then stopped. I loved wrong and fell through. There is no wrong love, the figure said. Only songs sung where walls are thin. You can help him, I said. I can teach you to help each other, it said. But the cost is here. You must leave a piece of Manhattan to keep him. What peace? The certainty that tomorrow repeats, it said. You will live as if every day could be the first and last. I already do, I said. The figure smiled. Then take this. A small tone settled into my throat like a second voice. Behind us, in the seam, the collector started to pry. Suspense. The plaza shivers. Time's pause begins to crack. We ran the way people run when the map erases itself behind them. Left, Kay said. Then up the knot stairs. The what? We climbed a slope that looked like glass pretending to be a hill. The skyline bent to keep us in frame. Why Manhattan? I asked between breaths. Because humans, he said simply. You answer fear with invitation. We reached a ridge that opened onto a copy of the East River wider than courage. A bridge arched across, made of light threaded with blue. He hesitated. I can cross if you walk with me. I'm here, I said. We stepped onto the light. It held, humming a chord I now carried, on the far bank. The seam tensed like a muscle about to cramp. They're almost through, Kay said. Then we choose where to stand. And what to stand for. Love and noise, I said. Human, he said, awed. Suspense. A matte coat steps onto the light bridge and it doesn't break. The collector advanced, blade humming, grin small and tired. You can't keep what doesn't belong here. Neither can you, I said. Kay lifted our joined hands. Lena, sing the invitation, not the door. I let go of the seam and aimed at the man, at the human under payroll. I sang a welcome. I sang a seat at my mother's wobbly kitchen table. I sang the way bodega bells forgive you for coming back without enough cash, he faltered. The blade dipped. Don't, he said. Don't make it feel like home. Why? Because then I'll hear myself, he said. And the bridge beneath him flickered between duty and desire. Behind him, more boots hit the light. Kay leaned close. We can't hold against many. Then we change the game. How? By moving the board. I turned to the river and asked it, very politely, to be elsewhere. Suspense. The light bridge twists as the river begins to relocate. Water obeyed like a lazy king. It took its time and then did everything at once. The bridge curled upward, spinning us toward the far bank as the collectors skidded on receding gravity. We landed in a breathless heap. Kay laughed for the first time, bright and untranslatable. Now what? He asked. Now we owe Dana a miracle, I said. The tone in my throat warmed. I looked back through the seam where smoke and stubbornness held the tunnel. Can we send help? Yes, Kay said. If help is a story. We pressed our foreheads together and offered Manhattan to Manhattan. Rooftop gardens, midnight pizza, borrowed umbrellas, strangers lifting a stroller up subway stairs. The day the lights came back after the blackout and someone started singing. The seam brightened, Dana's silhouette stood firm. She shouted, I don't know what you did, but do it again! We can't, I said. You will. Suspense. The seam begins to settle permanently, on one side or the other. Minute 19. This is the part where choices stick, Kay said. Then let's choose loud. He faced the seam. We will not be quiet, he said, gentle and absolute. We will be kind. The collectors hesitated. Some lowered their weapons. One tossed his blade aside like a confession. Dana stepped through the last inches of smoke and stared at us across the small eternity. You two coming back? Kay looked at me. Manhattan is home, I said. You're part of that now. He nodded. Then we stitch a bridge that belongs to both. The possible future's tone hummed approval in my chest. Deal, I said. We laid our palms against the thin air. It felt like the moment before a first kiss. Fragile, brave, necessary. On 3, I said. 1, 2, he said. The seam chose suspense. For a heartbeat, the world decides whether to keep us together or file us apart. We stumbled into my city. The real one. The flawed one. The one that scolds and forgives. The tunnel smelled like steam and summer. Dana wiped soot from her face and grinned like a crime solved. Congratulations, she said. You're both someone's paperwork now. Make it good paperwork, I said. Kay touched the brick. It's louder here. I like it. Outside, Dawn climbed the fire escapes and tried the color orange on for size. What happens when they come again? I asked. We make more noise, Dana said. And better laws? And better songs, Kay added. We walked up into morning. Bodega bells rang. A kid on a scooter carved joy into the sidewalk. A saxophone forgave the night for being hard. Kay took my hand. I fell through for love, he said. I'm staying for humans. Good, I said. We're loud, we're messy, and we're worth it. Above us, the drones drifted, then peeled away like something finally listening.